Streaming live on WHITradio.org at High Tech High School in North Bergen, New Jersey. It's Wake Up High Tech. I'm your announcer, Crazy Carlos, and as always, your host for the morning, Sam the Man.
I'm Sam the Man. That's Muhammad the Machine. Ratchet Richie, Crazy Carlos. Today we're going to be discussing the Pakistan school and the interview movie, and I will be discussing a little bit about the Russian economy. Go.
Take it away.
All right, so as you all know, there was a very tragic thing that happened over at Pakistan. The Taliban went into a school, has hundreds of hostages right now that are mainly students.
Hey.
Now, we all know right now they allowed the younger students to leave, which was,
I mean, it's a little speck of humanity in something that is
Exactly, yeah,
completely inhumane.
it is completely inhumane. But
It's been a crazy week in general.
But I'm happy they they let the younger students go. But I'm really upset to see what happened with the other ones.
We're also not in the safe, considering that under siege, when we first put under siege, well, at least the Pakistani army put under siege, there were 3 explosions heard inside.
Yeah. There's that too, and then on top of everything, there was a student that went there. He's 16 years old, Shah Rukh Khan. He's 16 years old. He was shot in both legs.
Oh, and he played dead to survive.
He played
right?
dead, and he managed to get away safely.
Yeah.
How?
But
that's luck right there.
It's not luck, because going forward, he's going to have survivor's remorse. He's going to have post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, he'll never be the same after this moment. So you can call him lucky, but I mean, really, did he survive?
Do you want to hear what he had to say? This is me quoting him from the Al Jazeera right now. This is exactly what he said. The man with the big boots kept on looking for students and pumping bullets into their bodies. I lay as still as I could and closed my eyes, waiting to get shot again. That's not even a life anymore, man.
Exactly.
For a 16-year-old.
Also, to open our eyes on the attack and why it happened.
And to see hold on, just imagine getting up and seeing all your classmates
Getting shot down, man.
Oh no, not just getting shot down, seeing all of them lying there. I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean, that is just something, absolutely just, incomprehensible. I think now, are you going to continue with the subject, or you want us?
Well, again, we're just gonna go into.
I'd like just to add, Taliban spokesman Mohammed Umar Khorasani came out with a statement saying, quote, "We selected the army school for the attack because the government is targeting our families and females. Quote, we want them to feel the pain." Absolutely disgusting.
You know what?
We
I mean,
see
it's
where they have a
disgusting,
spokesperson
but
for the Taliban.
yeah, that's
what Sam said
one.
yesterday.
They have a
Weird.
spokesperson for the Taliban. That's very weird. But 2, I guess what he's trying to shed light on his point of view. But I mean, I think once you agree to live a lawless life and to be part of a terror organization, you shouldn't be surprised when military organizations and structured organizations come after your family.
You're also going to have a hard time finding more support considering you targeted young children.
It's one thing to target like a government building, like an embassy or something, like an office.
Yeah.
But when you're targeting their kids,
Especially.
that's a low blow.
And you know what I believe is going to happen from this? The people will get more mad. If they don't get more afraid, they'll get more mad, more upset because you just took away their children.
And something
You're
to add
going to
on.
you're going to see a huge revolt against the
military
Taliban.
I actually spoke to Hadid about this, and you guys might be
He's
shocked about this.
Pakistan, right?
He's Pakistani, yeah. His aunt's nephew actually goes to that school.
Was he killed?
Thank God, no, he
okay.
wasn't. Thank God. He got away. He was safe. But I was talking to Hadid about it, and the numbers are just continuing to rise right now. Right now, the numbers we had just yesterday were 126.
Confirmed
Now it's
126.
Yeah, now
It's at
it's
146
gone up about
right
20
now.
people now, and it's still going up. They still have hostages. We need to do something right now, man. These are kids that need help.
Absolutely. Let's move on to a different terror organization, the group that's trying to provoke us.
So this has just been a crazy week with this terroristic acts. So for those of you who don't know, Sony was hacked about a week ago.
No, this isn't funny.
It was
Okay.
about a week ago, where some group, I forgot what they're called. I think it's like they call themselves GOP, something like that, not the government party. So basically, the hack started off innocent at first. They leaked a bunch of movies like Fury, The Interview, Annie, which was kind of crap. But so they leaked that, and they leaked a bunch of employee information like social security numbers, employee history, like employee records. they leaked emails, which like that stuff like in talks with Marvel and stuff like just like stuff that wasn't supposed to be revealed to the public, like very sensitive information. So this hack has set Sony back to the point where anything that's considered mildly sensitive, like an employee name, is written on pen and paper now.
That's the way it should have
so
been.
they
done
don't
from the
type
start.
it out anymore.
Because it becomes more difficult when you do it with pen and paper. But
You have to walk in and
My
take it
thing
or take a
is-
picture.
my thing is, I mean, the bomb threats.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So at first, the whole hacking thing was just, we're here, like freedom fighters, like stuff like that. We're trying to be activists, and they said that more will come. Like Sony will, like I guess, like rue this or whatever. So that this wasn't really serious until was it a day or two ago when they announced that if the interview does go according to plan, which is a movie with Seth Rogen and James Franco about the North Korean leader Kim Jong Un. Like it's basically just making fun of him for like 2.5 hours or just 2. I don't know how long it is. But anyway, so if they made a threat that if this movie goes through the premiere, there'll be an attack on the magnitude of 9/11, and any subsequent theaters showing this film will also be attacked. And they warn people if you live near the theaters to leave your house and don't go to the movies that day. And one, that's on Christmas. So let's just put that in perspective. Two, if you're threatening an attack that's on the magnitude of 9/11 over a film, this is ridiculous.
Well, you know what I'm saying is, I don't think that they should show the movie anywhere, and I have no sympathy for the people losing money, the Sony Corporation in this. I have no sympathy for them, considering the fact that they had to put on a movie that made fun of a North Korean, that made fun of the leader of North Korea. I mean, how
The freedom of
come
speech,
on,
First
I mean,
Amendment.
Really?
You know what? If we
Freedom
made
of speech, First Amendment, of course, in America. But once you do that, I have no sympathy for you when we shut down the government shuts down.
All right.
Shuts down.
Here's my argument: where were the terrorist groups when Borat came out? Why wasn't anybody on Kazakhstan's side?
No, but you know
why
what?
wasn't
Kazakhstan isn't really. Kazakhstan isn't North Korea. Kazakhstan isn't proud like North Korea. Kazakhstan isn't really aware like North Korea is.
We also don't have a history with Kazakhstan like we do with North Korea.
North Korea has sort of an obsession with us. They look at our media. They know who we are. So when they see something about them coming from us, they're going to be more alert about it. And Borat wasn't really making fun of Kazakhstan per se.
Yeah, it was making more fun of Americans like towards like foreigners. But yeah, I could see that.
No,
Like-
and another thing is
In the same way, Bruno was making fun of not gay people, but
The
people's
gay stigma,
attitude
yeah.
toward gay people.
we need to also.
Guys,
pay attention-
this is Mr. P butting in. Are you talking about the movie that's coming out? The
yeah, the interview.
You haven't talked about that, or
yeah, we're talking.
We're talking about it right
about
now.
are you talking about that? I think that's on the part of Sony very irresponsible to make
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
movie.
You're putting innocent lives in
yeah.
danger in order to create a movie like that. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. It's probably just like some group making like Steam threats.
No,
it's
but let's
honestly,
look at it like
it's
this.
probably gonna be
Let's
to be
look at it like
nothing.
this. How would we react as a nation right now if there was a movie about Obama being threatened, assassinated like that?
Well,
How
you
would
know
we
what? I
react?
don't think that we would be that crazy.
If
about
it was another
I mean,
country airing it, not us. If it was another country airing it, like
we would take it as a threat, but I don't think that it'd be that crazy. I mean, I'm sure that there's been. I don't know too much about foreign media.
There's
but
probably some propaganda
I
out
think
there,
we
Far
have,
East.
I think we have King Keaton.
Yeah, you
Hey.
do. I'm on the show. Oh, you guys are talking about the movie with
Seth
Interview.
Rogen, James
Seth
Franco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what happened to my mic?
You're
That's
still
good.
on.
You're
You still-
on,
you still-
you're
you
on.
should your
Oh,
headphones,
I'm good.
headphones, yeah.
All right, I can't hear myself, but like, yeah, I agree. That's kind of irresponsible. Sony making fun of that, but I don't think like it should be taken to that far of an extreme. Like, it's
agree.
like a.
Absolutely.
How about
I
Team
see
America
where you're-
World Police? Why
I
did North
see-
Korea threaten us then?
No, Kate, I understand completely. Like, at the end of the day, Sony probably looked at it as a joke, but you also have to be mature enough to understand that and understand North Korea and the history we have with it, that it's probably going to react in a negative way,
And you
considering what North Korea has done in the past.
can't, you
I mean,
can
I'm just
control-
interested to see exactly like the story they build around that concept. Like, are they actually gonna kill him, or are they gonna flake and like?
There is a
Like,
review.
build a
They
relationship
didn't
with
spoil
him, or-
anything, but it wasn't really making fun of North Korea. It was an all sides thing. Like they made fun of the United States. Made fun of. It was a both sides thing they made fun of. When I read the review or watched the review rather, it wasn't like it was just like a 2-hour bash fest on North Korea. Like they made fun of America as well. It was like everyone.
Oh,
in the
the
media
movie
too.
already came out.
No, but
It was a special
reviewers
showing.
saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
Wow.
I saw a review on IGN. Shout out to them. But Yeah, like they said that that the American media was criticized, the American government was criticized, American foreign policy was criticized, and North Korean, the whole government thing.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
so all sides are criticized. So it's not like North Korean was just like bashed for like an hour and a half, like I just said. It's like the thing is that I feel like North Korea is just talking about it without actually seeing the movie.
the North Korean government is definitely not going to take that too far. They're going to look at it as a joke, and I mean, it's not going to cause any like political problems.
Well, the North Korean government isn't,
we don't know if they're going to take it as a joke.
No, they're not
Obviously,
gonna.
a lot of people are not. I don't know who's behind these threats. if
another
it's
thing is
North
this
Korea
isn't
or
North
what.
Like
Korea.
if they made a movie about Obama, I don't think the American people would actually really care.
I don't know.
I mean,
don't know
maybe
about that too
like
much.
they take it
I
into
don't think this
consideration.
is about intentions or what us
No,
as Americans
I
think.
honestly
I think this is about
But-
us knowing North Korea and how they are.
Look, it also
But
has to do
also,
with
I
who
think that-
makes
I
the
think-
movie too. In our case, like if North Korea or Iraq or someone like that
putting
made the movie about Obama, we would be going crazy.
North Korea is not the one threatening us. It's a group. It's a
Just
sort
remember-
of a terror group inside of North Korea.
Just
not
remember,
affiliated with the country at
North
all.
Korea-
They're commending them. They're saying, "Good job, keep doing what you're doing."
And trust me, if it was North Korea, they
But
would definitely take the
it's
credit
not
for it.
North.
They-
It's not.
Just
North
No, no, I'm
remember,
saying
the
it's
North
not.
Korean government, the official government, made a video last spring of Manhattan in flames being bombed.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
remember that, and look how quickly that dissipated.
I mean, but the
that's
thing
different,
is,
though.
the
How
thing
is that different?
Because he's
they
talking
took
about-
Manhattan and
Well, you
put
know
it on
what? 'Cause
fire.
We
Why
have
are
the
my headphones
understanding. We have the understanding that this is not going to be mutually assured destruction. We understand that they attack us, and there's no more North Korea. They don't understand that. They think that we're threatening them, and you know what? When it comes to who should feel more threatened, they definitely should.
And that,
because,
using that
like,
argument,
I
I feel safe. I mean, if all
we
right,
feel more secure in this country than they. Well, not more. We don't have to prove ourselves as much as they do. They really need to prove themselves. They need to make sure that their name is known as the
Yeah,
tough guys on the block.
Absolutely.
all right, let's
'Cause
say
if not,
let's say
Good
worst
point.
case scenario, something does happen on Christmas Day at the premiere. Let's say worst case scenario, right? What's probably gonna happen is a few drone strikes later, North Korea isn't gonna say anything ever again.
Yeah, but still, do we want to risk innocent lives
Yeah,
for that
it's
in
not
order to
worth
start
it.
another war where we could just pump money into it for no reason? I mean,
not
Well,
worth
they're canceling all their
yeah, all the
Anti-Americans.
premieres in New York and stuff. Yeah.
The actors are not going to appear at any
And
Oh, yeah.
also, quick
on
note
Johnny
before,
Jimmy Fallon or
before
any of
Sam
that
changes
stuff.
subject.
Wait,
Sony,
so they're not going to make any guest appearances
No.
like for
No.
the movie?
On
I wouldn't
talk
either,
shows
man.
or anything.
Sony
They're not
has
going
like
to make
that
any guest
dangerous?
appearances.
Yeah, it really. Well, the hackers definitely seem to be serious. I mean, they have the ability. They hacked Sony. I mean, these aren't just little.
Didn't
kids
Sony
playing
also
around.
get hacked too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
It's not the
by
first
like
time
a
we see
Sony
Korean
get
like
talking
a
about
Korean
that.
like hack team.
Yep. Oh, and real quick, Sony has also left it up to individual theaters to decide whether they want to show the movie or not.
Which was
so
not a smart move.
no,
I
that's a
think it
smart
was.
move.
I think it
yeah.
was.
Some people are still gonna end up showing it. And
So,
I'm telling
yeah,
you, if
Well,
theaters
then it's
either-
at the viewer's discretion.
Well, they better
whether or
have
not they wanna
security
take
in
that
those
risk to go.
theaters.
All right. I'm gonna be there online Christmas Day to go see the movie because I've been excited
I'm
for
not.
it for a while.
I'm-
So
I'm-
I'm taking
I'm
the risk.
absolutely
I
not.
wanted
Anyone
to
want
see
to
it.
join me and call this thread out?
I
Come with
wanted
me.
to see it. I'm not gonna see it anymore. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Sam.
So moving on to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russia's economy for a little bit, the ruble was dropping, and now it seems as if they're taking the right steps to stabilize their economy, but it's still sort of volatile currency, as the New York Times say. And I mean, I don't think people are taking this seriously enough. I mean, I can't draw any direct connections between the Russian economy and the United States economy besides probably oil. I don't think we exchange too many other products. But in this globalized economy, one ship goes down and the whole thing gets brought
The
down.
whole
We saw
fleet
that in
sinks too,
2008. I mean, I know we're more of an economic power than Russia, but still you saw that when we crashed, the whole economy crashed.
Well,
Speaking
why
of-
is it crashing?
in Russia because of the low oil prices and
Oil,
because of because of low oil prices, and that's really their main commodity. Without that,
You
what
know,
else do
it's
they have to
it's kind of
sell?
crazy to think like the low oil affects us so positively, like consumers, but for everyone else, it screws them
Yeah,
more.
no, I mean, it's just, but it also gets you to think: had Russia not become communist, would they be in this situation? Because right now, as of right now, they only have the oil as their main, export. But if they were to not become communist, they would be able to fund, certain, products and projects and stuff that would bring them revenue. They would be more of an economic superpower, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's just an interesting thing to think about.
Plus,
I don't-
we have sanctions on them still from the Crimean War.
Yeah,
I mean, we have they're in bad shape. The inflation rate is 50% or 100%.
I
The
think-
average Russian is having a hard time making ends meet.
I think pride goeth before the fall, and I think that they're going to have to wind up joining the European Union at some point, if the European Union will allow them. But also another interesting point, I mentioned the 2008 collapse. It looks like we're on track to do it again. We haven't learned our lesson because we repealed Dodd-Frank, which was set up so that the banks couldn't take as big risks, and their risks wouldn't be supported by the United States government. But we repealed that, we rolled it back, and now the banks are going to be taking more and more risks, just like they did before 2008, and we could see another collapse in the near future.
Let's hope that doesn't
A piece
happen.
of legislation that was put in there because the budget was must pass. Nobody even noticed it was there, and it was actually handwritten by Citigroup, a bank. This Congress really needs to go. I mean, the only time they're productive is when it benefits them in terms of money.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
That's
Sam
good.
the Man.
Also, wait, just if any of our viewers out there listening, 12 o'clock, Obama's coming out at a press conference, something about a new policy for Cuba. If you're interested, I'm definitely going to watch that. Just out there.
And I'd also just like to thank Rutgers for accepting me.
Hey, my boy.
Shout out to
I'm
Rutgers.
Sam the Man. That's Mo the Magnet.
Yeah.
Ratchet,
Boo!
Carlos, King Keaton over there. Amazing Aaron behind the glass. This has been Wake Up High Tech.
All right.